Welcome to Facebook Ad Fridays, where we build ads to find motivated sellers online. I am your host, JT with Silver Street Marketing, and we will be going over some awesome ad templates. Remember, you can download all these just by visiting the link below. You can go ahead and start editing them and using them yourself inside of your own ads. We're excited. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start creating some ads here. So I'm going to share my screen. A couple other things I like to do when I start to create ads is I'll go through different templates that Canva has. Now, Canva is my favorite place to create these. So canva.com. And if you go to the link to download our previous ads, I'll show you a couple here that are in the queue. You can get these templates and make them yours, add your own pictures to it, do whatever you want with it, change the wording. You can grab that and be able to do that here on canva.com by going to the link below in the description of this video. What we're going to do is we're going to start creating this ad. And there's a couple things that I kind of have been thinking about. I've seen some other ads in the area and I'm like, hey, I kind of already have an idea. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And we're going to try to keep this as short as possible so you guys can get on your way and start creating your own. So for me today, what I'm going to start with is I am going to grab a photo here. Now, I do have a Pro Canva account, so I have a lot extra photos that I can pull from. You can upload your own photos as well. Of homes in your area. That's what I would suggest to do, as well as if you get this link, you could do that. But remember, anything that's a pro account, there is like a small fee. I think it's like $10 a month or something. If you're creating ads every month, definitely worth it because it's a super easy platform to do it on. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm already kind of got an idea. I kind of want to throw a home here in the middle of this screen here. So I'm going to make this a little big, try to center it. Maybe, yeah, right there is pretty good. And then what I want to do is I want to fill this area so I have a good solid writing area. So this is going to kind of be where the eye like kind of captures. So a home that somebody can relate with, maybe that they own, along with like a term that I can kind of use as my hook to get somebody to start reading my ad. So first things first, I am going to try to fill the hardest part of this. And as we get that, we can kind of take care of the rest. Let's see here. So, and sometimes you got to be creative. Sometimes you can find different elements by searching that match the kind of criteria that you are thinking that you want to do. And there's just like ones that are already pre-built on Canva that you might like. Templates that you could go ahead and use. This is looking pretty good for me. Let's see here. See if that covers it all. That should be good. And we'll just throw one of these down here at the bottom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert it all to the same color. So I'm going to go ahead and do white and see what that looks like. Don't worry about overlapping here. I actually prefer when it overlaps because you make sure that you grab every, like every little area. All right. So there we go. Everything's looking good there. Just make sure that's all the same color. Yep. All right. So we've got our house here, and it's going to kind of be like what captures that attention. The eye's going to be kind of drawn to this area. Highlighting it all, we can move that up or down. We can save that and group that together if we want to. That way, if we just move it as one, it just moves together, right? So bring this back down here a little bit. Let's see, I kind of like it about right there. Maybe a little bit higher. All right. Okay. So now that I've got this base area that I'm going to be working with the little house here, I'm going to go ahead and start working on my copy. Now, you can pull from like different copy that's already been written, right? So you can come down and you can be like, hey, I like the way that this looks or this looks. And they have different templates that you can pull from. You can do a plain template. You have different fonts that you can choose from. You can also come over here and be like, hey, I like the way that this is written. I like the way this is written, and just create one of these on a new page and then just copy it over. So there's a couple different ways that you can do that. For me, what I usually like to do is I like to kind of just start with my own heading and then just edit it as time goes on. So I'm going to pull it out about right here. I'm going to put sell your house for cash. Now we can play with the fonts because the font's not too pretty there. So let's see if we can find something that we like a little bit better. And this is obviously going to be up to you. Finding the one that you like the most is, and kind of just what captures your eye the most. So I'm going to pull this down just to make sure we're not going to get out, and then make this maybe a little bit bigger. Okay. 77 is kind of where we're looking. Okay. So just kind of make sure that this lines up nice. You know, it might be better to just put this down there. So you guys can play around with this and see, you know, what you like the most. All right. I like to keep it on 2 lines. I actually like to make my line height a little bit less. All right, so sell your house for cash. Throw a sub headline down here. And I'm going to go ahead and put, we pay for all fees and repairs. All right. And I'm going to change this one over to that. Now we can go ahead and leave it like this. This could be a really good ad that you could start and try. There's a couple different things that you can do. So if you're like, hey, you know what, this looks a little bit similar to what everybody else is doing, I want to kind of change this. We can make a couple different changes. So there's different things that we can add to it. So like one could be like a button. So we could like throw a little button right here, and instead just have like get cash offer, right? Like right below it. We could animate some of these. So we could come in and animate it so that like when it hits, it's more of like a video, and it plays a video as it goes through. There's a lot of different things we could do. We could do a 5-star review below it. So we could grab some stars here, and we could throw these stars down underneath it, or, you know, kind of in an area, or we could take our logo and put it down here. There's all sorts of different things that you can do here, which are completely up to you to edit and find what your style feels like. So this would be like one example of an ad that you could test. And you could try different color palettes and whatnot. These are some of the previous ones that we've built that, have done pretty well and follow really simple templates that, again, you can download these and use these yourself just by clicking the link in the bottom of this video. But that's it for today, guys. That's the ad that we're going to create and test out and see how it does. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll take care of the rest from there. All right. Talk to you guys later.